President Warner and members of the board. My name is Mary Longoria, Financial Secretary of ATU 757. I am here today, as John said, to talk about the growing staffing crisis at Trimet. Specifically, I want to tell you why so many people are now leaving or considering leaving Trimet. The answer is the same as the one John just gave you. You have created a toxic culture of fear, intimidation, and distrust. That insults workers and prevents managers from actually managing. It's not just the big things that Randy has done to destroy morale and effective communication, like eliminating union orientations. It's not just a transparent retaliation against workers' demands, like taking away shift options like 3/7s and 4/10s that are completely unrelated to the block run experiment that workers objected to. These options existed many, many years before the block run experiment began. And in fact, these options were part of why many people chose to work for Trimet. It allowed operators to work part-time, consolidate their work schedule, so they would have time to raise children, get an education, volunteer, and all the other things people value in life. But now, not only are these options lost as recruiting tools for potential employees, their loss is actually causing many existing operators to look for other work because it is no longer possible for them to work at Trimet. All because of petty retaliation from management. But it's also the little things that have been done to workers, the small slights and subtle messaging from Trimet management that we are disposable. Things like approving a raise for Neil McFarland, which by itself is larger than the pensions that some retirees now receive for the entire year. Despite the fact Neil already makes $250,000 a year, plus retirement benefits that are substantially more valuable than those promised to workers who are constantly under threat of having those benefits reduced. And the entire justification we hear for things like this repeated rhetoric, we have to pay managers and executives better if we want to keep good people. Are we not good people you want to keep also? Or are you only interested in selling the false tale that certain management and planners are all we need to run the agency, while drivers, mechanics, and other workers are just replaceable cogs in the gears of the agency with nothing unique or valuable to offer other than their physical labor? And now the culture of fear, intimidation, and distrust at Trimet has gotten so bad that it is adversely impacting mid-level managers. Most of these people are too terrified of losing their job or rocking the boat to say anything publicly. But privately, the number of mid-level managers who are expressing frustration and poor morale have never been higher. When managers can't manage because every little thing must be approved by out-of-touch superiors, the entire ship starts to sink. And you're the ones constantly rewarding the people who drove us into the iceberg, while ignoring the workers on deck, shouting warnings to the people in control that could help. Just like the housing collapse in 2007, people were warned, but no one wanted to do anything until it was too late. For the sake of Trimet's future and the future of its workers, it's time to get real about what's going on here. It's time for change. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mary.